G'day guys, back with another round of Facebook Scrabble games. Let's go straight into this one. So my opponent's done the correct thing, and that's to just block out any chance of me coming back. Meanwhile, I've got to deal with my really horrible pickup. I'm very tempted just to, like my natural playing style, the one that I've sort of always used, is just to play out IHI and just, you know, hope to pick up something. However, there are better moves available. Just playing, you know, this is brilliant. And I might even play this, because I'll turn what is potentially a terrible rack into something that's actually usable. Now, what would I do? What would I keep this? This is too many vowels. I would rather get rid of, you know, another more vowels. Like, this isn't bad if I could keep this in some world where I was able to keep it, but I don't think it's possible. So we'll play higher E. Now we leave a spot for our S. We leave the rest of this board wide open, and we just continue on. And well, it continues. But so if I had only played, for example, IRE, and I pick up another A, then I'm even in an even worse position. So, I mean, this was only 16. You can't give up 18 points for that. Now, things can turn up. X, find an X spot, and then, you know, play a few scores here and there, and all of a sudden, I've got ahead like an X. I think Vendu's good, and all of a sudden I've gotten ahead. It's useful combination, useful hook, because it's very unexpected. So yeah, we're still in this, even though it's round. You know, even though we might be halfway through the bag. I want to play Murky. I'm kind of relieved, really, to see that my opponents use that spot. Rumley, I think, is good. Rumley. Musky through here is like your best balance, and that's probably what I'm going to go for. In terms of bonuses, not sure where I'd play. This is not a bad play either, so I've got a lot of choice. But because this sleeve is inferior to LER, now I don't terribly like LER, but because it's in, I don't like the L in there, but it's really not that terrible. Because it's inferior, we'll go for Musky, and I think it scores more anyway, so one more. Ooh, watch out. That is a nice pickup. I might even be able to bonus with it. Something through this H, maybe. Something sneakily in here, maybe. We'll see. We'll have to. We will be dependent on what our opponent plays as to whether we're even able to play the bonus or not. Let's go to the next one. Nice to see that word on the board. I did beat him here. So it's always nice to work out whether you predict what your opponent's going to play next, whether they can go out, etc. out. How about an out word? No. Non-butch. I really don't think that's anything. Non-hutch. No. It's like a... Almost like onkus would be good if I had the right letters. Just scores nicely. Unco would be nice, but this things. I don't think cron's allowed that way. I can only have it with that kind of spelling. I intuitively just want to get rid of the, like, play churn, for example. Churn actually not bad. Because you know, I know that it's like your best balance. I know that my opponent doesn't have that letter. Now I've got to remember, I think chur is by itself is good. C-U-H-R. And the reason I remember this, because I kind of get mixed up with this. I go, is it Roosh? And then it's like Roosh but not Rush. And the reason I remember is because I know rich is good, but it's only got one, so it doesn't have an anagram, and therefore I know it's the opposite for the C-H-U-R. A little convoluted, but sometimes you've got to have those. You've got to have those little tricks. I looked at this and thought, is there like something like a tunnock? I'm sure there's a similar word I'm not quite thinking of, but not in this case. Maybe churn is the best. So I've got to undouble. So principles are, I've got to undouble. The C isn't a terrible letter. The C, especially with CH together. But just the way that the board's going. Get a bit of turnover. Nice pickup. So should be able to bonus next turn without any problems. I know sight if you hadn't worked it out already, and it will go here or here, not quite here. The challenge will be whether I can play it through this C. I'm not sure yet, haven't worked out. Let's go to the next one. Humord. Oh, by the way, no, that'll happen in a couple of videos. Okay, so if you remember if you were watching in the last video, I did talk a lot about the strategy I came up with to come up with this move, because I did think that my opponent would be able to use this spot very well, and well, now it turns out that well, I must have blocked something out really well, or they just picked really badly. Take your pick. So what do I do here? Board's blocked. I can't really play onto here. How many U's are out? Now there's still a couple of U's in. Now the reason I'm thinking about that is because Don here ain't terrible. It's a nice blocky move. But there's too many U's because it takes a U in the front. Udon. And as far as anything else on the board, it's a really, really horrible thing. Now, probably D-U-H, duh, here is my best block. That best block that doesn't use this. Hell, I could even do this. I could go down this line very seriously. Well, Mon will work. Mon will work. The only thing I don't really like about that other play was it doesn't turn over enough tiles. In situations like this, I mean, it's great to be able to block, but you also need to turn over tiles at the same time. Well, let's leave this here. I've got a few options. So if my opponent takes the spot, I play here. This is just to block everything else out. But then look what happens. It doesn't actually block. Because this V, IVE. How many E's are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not many E's are left, but... Oh, wait. Is M and E? Is that even good? It's not good. Okay, so... Oh, whoa. Let's play this. So it blocks any bonus line through here, ending in IVE. It also blocks any bonus in here. If my opponent comes back and it's like... sorry, I'm just getting distracted by this AL. And what if they play through this AL, then I think they deserve it. It's very unlikely that it'll happen, but it's not impossible. Inertial, for example. So let's just recap. I can't play the H here because it has hooks. Is it Chon as well? It is Chon and Thon. It might even be more that I'm not thinking of. I do have the word humid on my rack, if you were wondering. I did see it. Do I even have a bonus on my rack? It's like, well, I'm thinking about blocking their bonuses, but am I, you know, not considering that I might have a bonus? I think we'll just go with display, and let's see what happens. This is even more blocky now. I mean, my opponent cannot use anything here. They just cannot use anything. So I'd be shaking my head at this. If I was on the receiving end, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I'd do. I'd be looking to play through today. And that's it. It's like, well, what do? I can't open up here because it gets blocked. So, and I've gone and gotten a nice pick, got an S. My opponent gives me a T, I'll play thrusted. And I've probably got some other words on there. It looks like it should have a 7 or something, thunders, for example. Well, I could get burnt here if it turns out that there's a hook for tinge I'm not aware of up the top. And that's actually, I've just realised, that's one little hiccup here. I can't play DUH next turn because it'll open up this S hook. Stemmed. And I know that hooks to, that enagram's to hesitating. Alright, let's go to the next one. Need an L for melanize. Almost armozine. Ozine. Ozine. Zyram is like the cheap high scoring play. Tiaz over here. T's gets rid of too many E's for my liking. For some reason I'm thinking well, I know this can't be right because there's no like S equivalent. It's Remanese. Ow. No. Yeah, I might be missing something for this K, but... Oh, there's an O here as well. Oh. Can I use this Z hook? I haven't even looked at this yet. So many things to do on this board. We got the Zoea. But it does create, I mean, I guess it's not really closed, is it? Okay. Now something I haven't tended up yet was, do I play a Z into here? If I can. No, I thought I could, but it doesn't look like I can. It's got to be an A or an E. No. I thought I might be able to play Z-I-N, but it's not happening. Ezine is correct. Is E-Z-I-N-E. Something to consider, and so is azine. Thinking I've got anything through this. Starting with there, doesn't look like it. Maybe just Zoa. Does it score enough? I'm very far ahead and the board isn't blocked. Is it worth 24? No. Not one iota. $45, sorry, so 21. Still not worth 21. So this is what I'm competing with. I think this is best. Unfortunately, no words starting with TZ. That would have been a nice play. Ideally, I'd get rid of like ZE. So whoever could score, say, 40 for ZE, I think I'd take it. I think T's. I may be missing a bonus here, I'm not sure. That's not a good pickup, but considering what I've had before, you know, it's all balancing out. Like Jong as a joying will be the best. Yeah. Murray's is going down somewhere. Or is it? Is it E-Gargle? No, I think it's something else. Oh. Sometimes I wonder how do my opponents manage to just perfectly block the bonus? that's what you get with seasoned players. And if I'm surprised, I would expect you to be surprised. So, can we play through the O? Almost Rosarium. Is it Ormries? Oh, I'm not going to be able to play it. I think I might be confusing with this word, which doesn't have enough U's in it, enough R's in it anyway. Oh, well, that's disappointing. Maybe I'm too tired to think about what's there, or if there's anything there at all. I'm thinking through the MO at this point, or the GAR in some kind of fantasy world. I really feel like there's something there, but alright, we'll just have to accept that it's not there. That's the best. Chucking out UR is a gimme. If I could score more for RUM, significantly more for the RUM somewhere, that would be an acceptable move as well. $13. I think Ruck. Is that even good? I don't think that's good. RUC. This is another one that I just have trouble with. It says RUC, it's not RUK. It's RUKH. But it's Rock. And Ruck. And Rock. ROK. Ugh. Summaria. No. Surmiser. Yeah, well, I saw that earlier. It's always like mortuarium or something. Okay, so if I just go, I don't care, give me MUR. Oh, gosh. This is actually really annoying. Oh, wow. Do I just play here? How about here? How about here? That gives a little bit more. Rahui is also a good word. I'm giving myself ideas now. I think this opens it up the most. I do need just one vowel, so oh my goodness. Margents. Did I stuff up? Obviously garment. Duh. See the easy one first. Did I stuff that up? Oh, I don't know. Trying to be fancy. Should I just play "you-are"? I've given myself more spots here. So maybe they'll take this because it's a hotter spot than over here. And ignore what I'm going to play. I don't know. Oh, okay. Galanite, Galatine, and the other one. Enargite. Nothing ending in the L. It's Galanite, Gelatin, Legatine. Bugger. Don't think there's anything through this IRE. Nothing onto this H. I don't think we can play. So sad. I think we just gotta play this. Play this or play over here. I can't play HE. Duh. I think we gotta go for 22 over there. If they have the H, they have the H. And I hope I don't miss it. Oh my goodness. And I hope I don't miss anything. Noisette Teosinte. Looks like I found the highest scoring play. So the L. Well, that's it for this round of Scrabble games. This might be my last video for a little bit, but you get this in delayed anyway. Going to Sydney for an International Masters, so I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.